Hi, my name is Angela from Center Stage Music Center, and today we're going to go over the scales that you need to know for NYSSMA Levels 3 and 4 for the violin. So for these levels, you need to know 7 scales. 2 of them need to be 2 octaves, and 5 of them need to be 1 octave scales. So we're going to go over the fingerings and how to play them. So the first scale we're going to do is going to be our G 2 octave scale. So we'll go over our 2 octave scales first. You're going to start the G 2 octave scale the same way that we start a 1 octave scale, except we're going to keep going onto the E string, and that's how we're going to get to our 2 octaves. We're going to start with open G, A, whole step to B, C's touching B, 4th finger D. For levels 3 and 4, I would suggest using your pinky, your 4th finger, instead of open strings for these levels since we're more advanced. We're going to go on to E on the D string, F sharp, G, A 4th finger, B. Now here's where it gets different. C natural. So over on the A string, you're going to have C touching B. D, whole step from C, E, F sharp, again, G natural, 1 and 2 touching on the E string and the A string. Now we're going to go back down. G, F sharp, E, D, C natural, B, 4th finger A, G, high 2 again here. We're going to go back to F sharp, E, over with 4th finger D, C, B, A, and open G. That's the G 2 octave scale. The next scale we're going to do is the A2 octave scale. So this one's going to start 1st finger on the G string. Next note's going to be B, whole step apart from A. Now in this scale, we're going to have a high 3rd finger on the G and the D string. So you have to be careful with that. So next note's going to be C sharp, and then 4th finger is touching C sharp. That will be your D. Go over to the D string, E, F sharp, whole step to G sharp here. A touches G sharp. Over to A string B, C sharp. Now we're back to regular 3rd finger here, D natural, touching 2nd finger, then the 4th finger E, F sharp, G sharp, regular A again here, 3rd finger. Back down the scale, we just trace our way back down. A, G sharp, F sharp, 4th finger, 3rd finger D, C sharp, B, A 4th finger. Here's that high 3rd finger again. Make sure you're doing that G sharp, F sharp, E, D, C sharp, high 3rd finger, B, and A. And that's the end of the A scale. The next 5 scales we're going to do are all going to be 1 octave scales. Some of them you probably already know. Our D scale is also in our levels 1 and 2 video. If you want to check that out, I'm going to go through it with you again really quickly. D string, starting with open D, E, F sharp, whole step, then a half step to G, 4th finger A, over to the next string B, C sharp, and D. Now we're going to go back down the scale. D, C sharp, B, 4th finger A, G, F sharp, E, and open D. The next scale we're going to do is our E scale. We're going to have E, F sharp, whole step away from E, G sharp, that high 3, A, B, C sharp, whole step to G sharp, that high 3 again, and 4th finger E. And then when we come back down, we just trace our way back down, E, D sharp, C sharp, B, A, G sharp, F sharp, E. Now the next scale we're going to do is going to be the B scale. Exact same fingering as the E scale. We're just starting on the A string. So B on the A string to start, high 2 to C sharp, high 3 to D sharp touches E, then F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, that high 3 again, and B touches A sharp. And then we just go back down the scale, 4, high 3, high 2, 1. And that's the B scale. The next scale we're going to do is the C major scale, 1 octave. So we're going to start our G string 3rd finger to play this scale. So we're going to play C, D, 4th finger, over with E, onto the D string. Now here is where we're going to have F natural. So we're going to do low 2 on the D string, 3, regular G, 4, A, and then over on the A string, B 1st finger, and C natural again. So we have that low 2 in this scale. No high 2s in C major. That's what you have to make sure you're looking out for. So back down the scale, we have C natural, B, A, G, F natural, low 2, E, D 4th finger, ending on C. So our last scale that we're going to do for levels 3 and 4 NYSSMA is going to be our F scale. So F scale does have different fingerings than any of the other scales we've done so far, so pay attention to those changes. For the F scale, we're going to start with our D string low 2, that's our F natural. So we're going to have F natural, G, A, B flat. We're going to have low 1 on the A string, so you have to pull that 1st finger back. C natural, whole step away, D, E, so if you notice on this string, you have a whole step between all of your fingers, pretty big stretch. F natural on the E string. And then we go back down. F natural, E, D, C natural, B flat, A, G, low 2 for F natural. So those are the 7 scales you'll need to do for violin NYSSMA for levels 3 and 4. Make sure that you're playing these with big bows at a moderate tempo so you have good tone and good projection. Keep in mind that you'll also need to do sight reading and your piece for NYSSMA, so make sure to practice all 3 components. If you'd like to know how to play scales for levels 5 and 6, check out our next video.